All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. The baseball world had their ears blown off this past Saturday when the Los Angeles Dodgers and phenom Shohei Ohtani came to an agreement on a 10-year deal for $700 million. Now, on the surface, you're looking at this deal and saying, wow, as Otani on average would get $70 million per season. But to quote the great Lee Corso from ESPN's College Game Day, not so fast, my friend. It turns out that the bulk of Otani's contract is going to be deferred as he will only make $2 million per season while playing for the Dodgers, but $680 million is set to be deferred to him in payments between 2034 and 2043. Now, credit to the Los Angeles Dodgers because they found a loophole in the CBA and they're going to run with it and honestly give them credit for it. But at the same time, the Dodgers and Shohei might have just opened Pandora's box, as I guarantee you other big market teams are about to take this and run with it. And honestly, for what it's worth, you're hearing the stories that, hey, the San Francisco Giants, who were in pursuit of Shohei, basically offered him the same contract because it's something that, Shohei wanted because he wanted to give, especially in this case, the Dodgers, flexibility to go out there and put other pieces around him because he wants to. Now, of course, the Dodgers already have some big contracts on the books with the likes of Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. And then, of course, with the current CBA, we've seen that additional tier that was added to the luxury tax. And of course, big market teams like the Mets and Yankees are really going to feel this year for the payments that they have to make. And then the San Diego Padres are going to be hurting as well because, yes, they're a smaller market team, but they were right up there with the big boys this past season for salary. But nonetheless, this gives the Dodgers some flexibility going forward to add some players. And I think you're going to see some other big market teams try the same thing. Now, we have seen deferred money in sports before. We've seen it, in the NFL, not as much due to the salary cap. Uh, you've seen it in the MLB, maybe not to this extent. We've even seen it in the NBA, but usually a contract like this, you might have maybe 100, maybe 125 million that is deferred, not the bulk of the contract. And that is definitely the eye opener that's going to get some people talking. Now, my thing is this: how are the smaller market team owners going to react to this? And I say this because the smaller market owners, especially in MLB, they're pretty much together trying to get equal footing, if you will. And they have their battles against the big market owners. We've seen recently, and you can call it for what it is basically the Steve Cohen tax because, Steve Cohen, the team owner of the Mets, has come in there and looked to spend the last couple of years. And now you've added another tier to the luxury tax, a penalty, if you will. And the Dodgers just found a way around it. My thing is this because we haven't heard the small market team owners speak on this as of yet publicly. My thing is, what would they be saying and what would they be doing if Steve Cohen or Hal Steinbrenner attempted to do this? Because, of course, the New York Yankees, for a very long time, going back to the days of the late George Steinbrenner, have been notorious for going out there and spending big money in free agency, notorious for going out there and having one of, if not MLB's highest payroll. And of course, the Yankees, because of that, are always looked at as the evil empire. Steve Cohen, the new kid on the block, of course, it wasn't as easy for him to even gain ownership of the New York Mets due to the fact that some of the other owners were trying to block it. And it seems like every move that he has attempted to make so far during his stewardship of the Mets, that he's been met with resistance around the league. So my thing is this: if Cohen or Steinbrenner did this, how would those other small market owners react? But nonetheless, this is a game changer right now if this goes like if this trend continues, and I think it is going to continue until the next round for the CBA. And I guarantee you, those small market owners have definitely circled this, and this is going to be a talking point going forward. But nonetheless, when you have smart and successful people in the world of business, they are always going to find a workaround. And this is a workaround here. Shohei is not hurting for money, first and foremost. I mean, this man makes easily $45 million in endorsements. And guess what? That number is going to increase. I guarantee you, within the next 5 years, playing for the Dodgers, especially if the Dodgers are consistently postseason contenders, which they have been already, especially if the Dodgers are right in the mix for a World Series and even win a championship. Shohei's endorsement deals are going to easily double. We're going to be talking about this guy very soon, making upwards of $100 million from endorsements alone. So this young man is not hurting for money. He can easily defer that money and have a nice nest egg when his playing career is over. Nonetheless, I want to see how this is going to go forward. Meaning, I want to see what's next for the Dodgers. I want to see what pieces are going to be put around them, and I want to see the reaction around baseball from this because this sounds like and this has the makings of the Dodgers trying to put together a super team. They still have some holes on this roster, plenty of holes in the pitching rotation. Clayton Kershaw, is he going to come back, a veteran pitcher? How much more does he have left in the tank? Either I doubt. Julio Urias is going to be back with the Dodgers. I doubt that Julio Urias will be pitching in Major League Baseball next year. Period. Walker Bueller has, had Tommy John issues throughout his brief career. So is Dustin May. So when it's all said and done, you can have all of the talent in your lineup, but you still need pitchers. Shohei's not going to pitch next season as he is recovering from Tommy John surgery. So it's going to be interesting to see the next move for the Dodgers. Shohei just made things a little bit easier for them. Again, this was part of his negotiation ploy as he wants to win. I talked about this the other day. For me, one of the reasons why I think he didn't go to the Giants was the Giants are not a player or two away, and Shohei wants to win now, and I think this shows it even more. So, nonetheless, the Dodgers and Shohei found themselves a nice loophole in the CBA, and it's going to make things very interesting going forward for this team. We talk about the Yankees being the evil empire, but you look at the Dodgers right now. The Dodgers don't win World Series championships, maybe at the extent that the Yankees did, once upon a time. But nonetheless, I guarantee you, there's plenty of envy for Dodger Blue and Shohei going around Major League Baseball. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.